We've got 42 acres here, which was once a golf driving range that became redundant quite a long time ago. It floods, and it was a question of what's the best thing we can do with it. And we realised we had this fabulous opportunity to develop a wildlife site right in the middle of the city. So this is really important. It's important for pollinating insects in particular. I think everybody knows that we rely incredibly on pollinating insects for all the plants, the food that we eat, but they've been declining. So if we can do something which will help reverse that decline, then perhaps starting here, but we need to spread this. This kind of habitat needs to be the sort of habitat we recognise as being good habitat everywhere. I think it's a really, really important part of what the City Council needs to do to enhance the environment.
This project comes through our Get Cumbria Buzzing project, and the aim of that was to create bee and butterfly habitats across the north and the west of Cumbria, and working alongside local authorities, Carlisle City Council and different communities. We wanted to set up a network of different pollinator havens that run across and act like stepping stones so that we can allow movement of our pollinators across north and west Cumbria. What we've done here, we've got a grassland habitat which was originally a golf course, which is a bit of a monoculture, and what we've looked to do is turn that into a flower-rich habitat, so a species-rich habitat. So that we'll look at having things like oxeye daisy, knapweed, red clovers, a variety of different really pollen-rich and nectar-rich species which help support our wild pollinators through the summer months. So things like our butterflies, our bees, our bumblebees, and these are the insect life that we really want to create in our wildflower habitats. We've also looked to enhance the different trees that we have here. So rather than having urban trees, we're looking to have wild trees, so pollinator-friendly trees that will flower early, so early pollinators. That will be crabapple trees. We'll also have wild cherry, hawthorn, and these are the very species that not only provide nectar and pollen, but later on in the year they also provide all that lovely berry so that birds can feed on them also.
This is the latest in a sort of long history of the swifts being used for different activities. It started off in 1700s as a place for horse racing. It was played a really crucial part in World War I as a hostel for munition workers and later a hospital. It's been even had a chocolate factory on it at one point. Latest was a golf driving range, and now we've turned it into a urban site for nature. We've sown millions of seeds here, which we're then going to grow up over the years, as well as some plug planting.
So this is the Big Buzz Big Plant. So we're here today at the Swifts, at one of our sites, Carlisle City Council sites in the centre of Carlisle, just next to the Sand Centre. And this event is in partnership with Cumbria Wildlife Trust to really get people engaged and interested in pollinators and thinking about what they can do to help pollinators in their own home as well. So we're inviting people today to come to the Swifts to plant 4,000 plugs for pollinators into an area of the Swifts that we haven't planted up yet. And we're also inviting people to take part in pollinator activities like build a bee hotel for solitary bees. People don't often think about solitary bees when they think of bees, but there's over 250 different solitary bees that need protecting. And we've got Cumbria University, who are also taking people on a BioBlitz, which is a special name for just basically looking for lots of insects and seeing how well the work that we've done so far in the Swifts has gone, because we've planted up 42 acres of this site for pollinators.
Get Cumbria Buzzing has been running for 3 years, since April 2019. We've had 1.6 million worth of funding from the Lottery Fund, which has enabled us to work in the northwest of Cumbria with 9 partners developing community sites and road verges to improve the habitat for pollinators and also to increase the knowledge and understanding amongst the population of pollinators. Our surveys show that the work is successful and there are increased levels of biodiversity in all the areas we're working on. But more importantly, what we're clearly seeing is that the population has a thirst for knowledge and wants to help our pollinators to recover from the crisis that they're facing.